so glad we started a little later.
So you could eat food?
Not just that. Like I had to spend 2 hours trying to find a fucking webcam.
Why?
Okay, so my therapist uses a webcam to web therapy.
Cam the web. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And I had one, but my computer stopped recognizing that it existed.
That checks out.
Um,
Just because that's how I assume computers work.
yeah, and like I looked it up, and they're like, you can go into your registration files to go back to the old versions of the drivers, and I was like, oh, hey roommate, could I please borrow your webcam? And she was like, yeah, sure. And she's like, I don't really use it, so you can just keep it until I need it for something. And I was like, cool.
And then she needed it.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I am gonna
You should get a new one.
I should get my own webcam. And I was like, I like yours so much. Thank you so much for letting me use it. I'm gonna get the same type of webcam.
Okay.
And I ordered it off Newegg. And wait, hold on. There's a thing. Behold, the Dark Wanderer. We can't actually like talk to him or interact with him in any way.
But he wanders and he's dark.
He's wandering. He's very, very mysterious.
I don't have any quests.
We won't get quests for a minute.
Jesus. How does my buttons work? Cool. Okay. Good.
So I went to Newegg and I ordered a new the webcam, and then oh, little rocks. That's a nice little texture. I never noticed before. Anyway, so I ordered the webcam, and it's been taking a long time to get here. I ordered it in March. I understand.
Oh yeah, that's like 6 months.
Yeah, like I understand COVID. Like I didn't think COVID.
No. It's not like that bad.
Yeah. So I called up Newegg. Well, I didn't call them obviously because the phone terrifies me.
We don't call people anymore in this world.
No. But I got in contact with the Newegg people, and I was like, hey, I ordered this webcam. What is up? And they're like, okay. That's a rare sword. Sadly, neither of us uses swords, but...
Cool. Let's ignore that.
And because it's a set item, it's not even going to be worth any money. Anyway, so...
Game is bullshit when it comes to that shit.
So I went to Newegg, and they're like, okay, well, we got some bad news and some worse news. So the bad news is that retailer doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, COVID hit them real hard. They just don't exist anymore. Sorry. And I was like, can I get a refund? And they're like, who would you get a refund from? They don't exist anymore.
And you were like, I bought it through you, so you should honor it?
Yeah, I did. And they're like, actually, if you look at our terms of service, and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever.
You should have complained more. You should have been that person.
That guy?
You should have. Look, I don't necessarily agree with that person, but on the other hand, like,
perhaps I can trade this.
You don't let people walk all over you.
I don't know. It seemed reasonable to me.
All right, I'm sure it did.
But yeah, we won't have any quests for a while.
Okay, we just dick around?
Yep.
What the fuck, game?
This is like the most dick around area in the game. Like, you can go all the way to the end and kill the bad guy, and they're just like, yep, and it's over. You win.
You don't need to get any quests?
You don't need to get any quests. There's only one quest you kind of have to do.
What the fuckity-duckity is this game? Who made this game? I was gonna be like, I would like to see the manager of the game, but they're idiots.
They're Activision Blizzard, and
they just suck.
They don't like Hong Kong, so
they don't like anything. Like, that's the thing. I don't know, there's part of me that understands getting mad about shit like that, but then I'm also like, did you expect better?
Right.
What's wrong with you? Like people being like, oh guys, the main actress of Disney, of the new Mulan movie said some shitty stuff about Hong Kong, and I'm like, shocking.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry, was I surprised? I'll try to be surprised that Disney did something bad! Like, fuck off!
Not just something bad, but like imperialism. Who would have suspected?
Literally everyone!
Disney, but they were so nice during the election.
Fuck Disney. I have no Disney nostalgia, so like I am immune to people being like, fuck my childhood! I'm like, no. This anti-Semitic frozen piece of shit can get nothing from me. Yep. It's really nice having no Disney nostalgia, I gotta tell you. People so often want it. Okay, I got a gold bird thing.
You got a jade figurine.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's a tool that we'll use later. It does unlock a quest, but the quest doesn't do it. It's like sort of. It's not a quest. You just walk around and ask people about this fucking bird.
Cool. Tell me about the bird. No. Okay. I gotta tell you, I don't love this area. It makes me uncomfortable.
What? What do you mean? Is it the dark-skinned pygmy things that breathe fire and do evil?
That's the one! Yeah, it's the casual racism, shockingly. I know. Wild.
And also, okay, so,
so anyway, you got a webcam, and then you found $20, and then it became an interesting story. At some point... Anyway, you got a webcam, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
But you had to go find the webcam you wanted. That's the end of the story.
I couldn't get the one I wanted. All I could get was this weird YouTube free webcam from Best Buy. That's all they had.
Sometimes you just gotta get whatever Best Buy has in stock.
Seriously. And I looked at it and I was like, is this thing gonna fuck me over? And it seems to do all the things I need it to do. But it's like, fucking put an afro on your head. And I'm like, I don't want that. I just want my face on the internet sometimes.
Why? My face doesn't go on the internet. No one will ever know what I look like. I am unknowable.
Fair enough. No, I just do it for the streams. Do it for the Vine.
I guess. It's very strange, because I understand I am involved with your YouTubing, but also I will continue to judge you on it.
So judgy.
The only reason I'm here is because I want to play games with my friend, and I have to make it like a scheduled occurrence. Otherwise I don't get to, because you're too busy with your fucking job playing games on the internet!
Excuse me, my other job. My second job. My job I do myself that makes no money.
Look, I have an English degree, so I don't want to hear it. I also have a career that makes me no money, and everybody's like... because people keep asking me what I'm gonna do now that I'm not gonna be at my job eventually someday, God please willing. That's a whole different kettle of fucking rotted fish, but I'm not getting into it today. But the problem is, like, they judge everything I want. So I'm just like, yeah, I have another career that's not here, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yes, shockingly, retail was not where I wanted to go with my life. I know, crazy.
Retail is like dentist. You just end up there.
I just needed a job that paid me money to live in my house, because at the time I had no money. And then I was there for 4 years, and now I'm done. Here's my advice of the day. If you hate a job, you can leave. There are other jobs.
No.
No, look. My job seems like horrified by the fact that I just would be like, yeah, no, I'll just get another job. They're just like, how? And I'm like, The same way I got this fucking job, assholes.
Did you know that there's just like a bunch of websites that you can go to? Be like, hey, job.
Yeah, exactly.
And most of them aren't even bad. It's not even like you're going to like some weird 1700 courthouse.
Yeah, look, I don't understand when corporations are like, but you need us, and I'm like, I don't need you. I've never needed you, and I hate you. Remember, kids, corporations need you more than you need them. They just forget sometimes.
They forget a lot.
And then things happen, and then all of a sudden, you're like, no, actually, I don't need you. And then they panic, and then they don't know what to do with you, and then they pay you a lot of money to stay for another month.
Right. Or they shit their pants and then you leave, but either way you win.
Very well timed.
Bing!
Oh, right, yeah, I want to talk more about how racist it gets
Oh
worse.
yeah, no, it is super racist. Heads up.
It gets worse. Okay, so,
I think we'll find it. I'm having a little bit of a lag issue, so occasionally everything will just freeze, just as a heads up.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It hasn't been too bad lately. I think it's because I haven't turned my computer off in a while.
That'll do it.
And I've been playing Monster Hunter and then playing other things. Yeah, like these little pygmy things. Don't like that.
Yeah, no.
Don't love that. Oh, the noise they make. This guy? Fetish shaman? Not great. Oh, he also burned me to death because I stood directly in front of his fire.
Yeah, don't stand in front of those.
Anyway, so that was fun.
Right, but the racism is actually deeper than it first appears. Okay, so the whole thing about this area is...
Is that it's fucking racist?
No, it gets worse.
I can't carry anymore.
So, you're right. The local, like, Christianity religion analogy in this setting was actually founded here.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay.
But, like,
But they did it wrong,
But they did it wrong and have secretly empowered Diablo's minions for
Yep, that checks
centuries.
out.
Good to
Where did
back
you
in
go?
Loot
Did you go into the portal?
I
The
went into the
chief
portal.
told me he
God,
had a
why do you
fondness
just
for
wander
jade
off?
Sorry.
figurines. On his
The
trading
worst.
voyages, he collected an odd assortment of such small statues.
Yeah,
I
egg
would show him
sandwich.
you'll never forget.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so now we've gotten our quest.
I got handed an egg sandwich, so I'm excited.
Good day.
This pleases me. So if you talk to Deckard Cain, he'll explain to you what your quest is. That is
That's
a
what I hear every
dead-on
time he talks.
impression of Deckard Cain.
Marriage is what brings us together today. Mephisto's prison, the compelling orb.
Yeah, and like, so that Mephisto used his compelling orb to ensorcel the simple Sakuramite people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I gave you my word
This is
and
bad.
praise you. That
His evil corruption. All of them were turned to his dark ways.
All of them, every single one.
I've read.
Oh god, and then there's some dismemberment. Oh, this is all bad.
The
Yep.
golden bird of Greeley? Thank you. What do you need?
All right, I'm skipping the racism. I got enough racism for today.
Cool. Your racism quota has been filled.
Unfortunately, yes. Who's Alcor?
Alcor is the alchemist.
Oh, is he the dude on the island?
Yep.
And,
Do you have a thing to?
I have to return to him
for reward?
for a reward.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know doing that quest would do it for you too. I don't think we can get it yet. We gotta go out adventuring for a little while. So you get the
Cool.
jade figurine and you talk to Cain and he's like, "Oh man, Mashif loves those." So you go over to Mashif and he's like, "Oh man, sweet. yeah, sure, take this golden bird. I only really like figurines made out of jade. So then you take the golden bird, and Kane is like, oh, huh, a golden bird? What's his face? Could you please go through the portal? It will disappear if I go through it.
Oh, cool. I didn't know where you fucking were.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, Kane's like, yeah, an old wizard put his ashes into a golden bird. I wonder if this is the same golden bird.
I forgot to sell any of my shit. That's okay. I'm here now. It's too late. I'll go back later.
Understood. So you give the golden bird to Alcor, and he takes the ashes out. He's like, I'm gonna make a potion out of this dude's ashes.
Don't eat that!
Oh, I got some bad news. He's gonna give us to it. We're gonna drink it.
Oh, we're gonna eat it. That's worse. You ever been real dumb and just ate something that some fuck-ass gave you? Because we're about to. I love the number of weird things people are like, we're gonna eat that. You're like, don't eat that. Oh, buddy, don't eat that.
I can't remember if the spider forest is...
I think we went into the spider forest.
No,
oh, no.
We're gonna have to go back.
I swear there was a spider forest.
So there's no doubt.
But I could be crazy. So who the fuck is Anglerfish Girl?
Oh, okay. So, alright. It is time for me to tell the tale of Anglerfish.
Please, God, tell me you're gonna tell it better than you told the I had a webcam issue.
Hey,
the
man.
longest story I have ever had to sit through.
I thought that company doesn't exist anymore twist was pretty interesting.
I mean, that's good, but you could have gotten there a lot sooner.
Fair enough. So, I remembered the advice you gave on flirting.
Oh boy.
Flirting is essentially like waiting for the moment that somebody wants you to pay attention.
I don't think you can quote me on that. That's not okay. That's one way to think of it. I don't think I said it exactly like that, but okay.
You absolutely did not, but that's what I remember in my head.
Okay, that's a great way to start this conversation. What did you do?
So,
I just want to put it out there on the internet that I'm not responsible for this just because he misinterpreted things I said.
Well, actually, it turns out, anyway, we'll get there.
Just continue, yeah.
I was in the hallways of my workplace, and I got into a chat with someone, and he said that the animal for 2020 should be a penguin, because the world has been separated into black and white, or at least that's how many people see it.
Alright, edgelords.
And I was like, I don't know, I feel like it's more like an anglerfish, because, like, the power balance between anglerfish male and anglerfish female, in my mind, perfectly represents the power balance that there is between the workers and the Rubicon.
I've never hated anyone as much as I hate you right now.
Interesting.
Continue.
But, so this, another coworker was walking through the halls, and she's on her way out, and she stopped on her way out to listen about, like, how the anglerfish works. Like,
okay.
How the male burrows into the body and gets absorbed.
Yes, I know how anglerfish works.
Yeah, but the internet might not.
Alright, the internet has Google. I have to listen to this in real time.
She was super interested by that, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that you were all about deep sea fauna. And I realized that was my opportunity to find out.
Nice. Did you do it? Did it work?
Nope. I realized it way too late. But
oh, you're so stupid.
I'm so
okay.
fucking dumb. But I caught her the next week.
And you were like, hey girl, I hear you like anglerfish?
Yes, and I was like, here's my number, text me sometime. And I got a text number.
I swear, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If a girl decides she wants you to ask her out, she can anything will work. Did you go through a portal? And
I
didn't
used
fucking...
the waypoint.
Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome.
So appreciate that. Who can I sell shit to in this fucking town?
Ormus is the guy I usually sell things to.
Who the fuck is Ormus?
The guy I'm standing next to.
I don't know. Look, you're surrounded by fucking skeletons. I don't know who you are. There are so many skeletons. I have to check each one to be like, is that him?
Is this it? Fuck. So, so in my conversations with Anglerfish Girl, she keeps saying, like, things that are almost really, really bad, and some things that are really, really bad, and then, like, recontextualizing them into something that isn't totally awful. So we gotta walk back out into the spider forest to find the spider lair.
Okay.
Who's ready for spiders?
Would you... Not me. Would you like to, explain what you mean by that, or
Yes,
do you not?
I'm going to.
Okay.
So...
Cool, let's put this girl on blast on the internet.
Hey, I didn't say her name. Totally fine.
I think we should all be proud of me for knowing what the phrase on blast means.
A small round of applause.
Look, I'm so old. Okay.
So, we were talking about, like, the topic of political correctness came up, and she's like, I'm just so afraid I'm gonna say something wrong. And I was like, well, has anyone ever given you shit for saying something wrong? And she's like, yes. Who's giving you shit for saying something wrong? No one. And I was like, okay, then who has given you shit for saying something wrong? And she's like, she just said, it was a long time ago. And I was like, were they a white guy? And she said, yes. And I was like, it's not, and yeah, so I just started to reassure her by saying, it's not, it's just white guys being white guys. There's being, like, anyone who actually is marginalized and would be offended probably isn't going to lose their shit.
I don't know. If you say some racist shit, people might, like, legitimately lose their shit.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, and I did say that. It's usually the straw that broke the camel's back, like you accidentally misgender someone. And
I mean, I guess, okay.
yeah. But
I don't think you should. I don't necessarily agree with the idea of minimizing the harm that can be done in the way you have done it. But on the other hand, you're trying to get into this girl's pants, which I respect. So, you know, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B there.
Right. So this is the spider cavern. This is the place where we need to
I'm
go.
not fucking there because I was fucking with my inventory.
Understood.
Got it. I'm here now.
But like, I do want to say, like, but I did impress, like, if like, you should ask, and like, if you don't know, ask.
So, are you just explaining marginalization to this woman? Because, how do I put this in a not douchey way? Why are you, a white boy, explaining marginalization to a woman?
Because apparently she doesn't understand how to, like, I don't want to say deal with trans people because that sounds like fucked up. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know any trans people?
She doesn't know any trans people.
And she doesn't want to offend them and is afraid to do so.
Yes.
Okay.
So
and you have such a great track record.
I've got such a great track record. At the very least, I know the basics of rules. So, like, if you don't know, just ask. Like, don't.
Like, nicely, ask nicely.
Just slip it in casually. What are your pronouns?
No. I don't necessarily love that, but okay.
Okay, but still, like, you can just ask. They won't freak out. Don't
Yeah.
But then she started, like, veering off into, like, well, it's just so strange. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
And she just started talking about how, like, well, being trans is so new, and I'm like, no, it's not.
No. So, I can't judge this. How old is this person?
I don't know. I think she's my age.
Okay, so speaking as a genderqueer person, and we're allowed, we're allowed in the trans thing. We have a stripe on the flag. I get to say what I want.
Zoe, there's an eyeball over here you need to pick up.
Oh, love that. Where the fuck is there? Oh, this eyeball. Got it. Thank you. Got the eyeball.
Perfect.
But, I did not, it is not, yes, trans people have been around for a long time. Transness in popular consciousness has not.
Right.
She is absolutely correct that non-queer people knowing about being trans to the extent that we do now, to the point where there is legislation about it, etc., is very new.
Yeah. But she seems to be
I
saying...
didn't fucking know about it that much when I was in high school.
But she seems to be saying that, like trans people were a new thing, like they suddenly appeared.
No, but that's what I mean. To her, that probably did happen. And you can't get mad at her because she'd never heard of trans people, because a lot of people had it.
No, but when she started saying you can't choose your gender and
okay, well you hadn't gotten there.
Right.
You'd
yeah.
stop.
No. Sorry.
I just want to point out that if you don't know about trans people, that doesn't make you a bad person.
Yeah. No.
Some people don't. You fucking didn't.
I didn't, and now I do, and
I'm just saying, like, that, yeah.
And now it's very blasé.
I wouldn't say that.
I
but,
mean,
okay.
Not being trans isn't blasé. Me knowing about trans people is
Nope,
blasé.
I also wouldn't say that either. But I'm glad you feel that way.
Okay.
That's a whole different. I don't wanna like call you out on your own shit right now. Not feeling it. Jesus. So she doesn't know a lot about being trans and is uncomfortable with it. Got it.
Right, and I went into logic, facts, and reason mode, and she just hasn't commented on that.
Why are you talking to this woman about this?
It just came up in conversation, and I'm not going to let someone say something. I'm not going to let someone say something that's factually incorrect.
Yeah, but I want to know if you brought it up so you could be woke. Is really what the question is?
No, I didn't bring it up. Remember, she brought it up.
No, but I mean like the thing that got you to this point.
I don't think so. Back to the Great Marsh.
Oh, thank you. Because I know you do like to be woke.
That's true.
So, it's not that I'm like, oh, you're bad. It's just like, sometimes you do just bring stuff up so you can seem cool.
I would never do such a thing.
You do the, don't even, I'll fucking come here. You sack of shit.
But, like, the topic, because of the election, the topic keeps, like...
Okay, that's, there you go. Yeah.
And, she seems pretty conservative, but doesn't like Trump. And, you know me, a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
But she's like, what's wrong with rich people?
You don't know what that means, but cool, yes.
And I was like, well...
So have you asked her why she feels these ways? Or are you just explaining the right way to think?
I am explaining the right way to think.
Have you asked her about where her beliefs come from?
She did. They seem to be sort of like axiomatic, because she said, right, she said another thing that like startled the shit out of me when she said, some people are like animals. Some are silverbacks, and others are bitches.
Why do you imitate her in your girl voice? This is just a question because it is strange that you specifically have a lady voice.
Is it? I have to roleplay a lot of. I have to roleplay a lot of ladies.
Yeah, that's the voice you use when you do it. And I'm just saying, it's weird that you, like, I get it when it's in, like, look, the fact that you're giving a girl your, like, girl role-playing voice is just strange.
What makes you say that?
Because I would never put on a man voice if I was talking about a man.
Yeah, that checks out.
Because I use my voice. Unless it's somebody I fucking hate, in which case they get whatever, like, the I hate this person voice.
Right.
I don't, when I'm telling a story about somebody, I don't gender my voices. But, why is that interesting? I just say things.
How do you know when I'm talking as her and when I'm talking as me?
Because you say, she said. Yes. Yes. I see. So you have to do it, otherwise how would I know that you were talking as a lady?
No, I have to do it because otherwise I will forget.
No, you knew. You just mean you would forget with other people. Sorry, the pygmies were coming at me. The super racist pygmies were coming at me and I had to look. So, my problem with this game sometimes is that, like, I don't know why we're doing any of this. What is the point? Something, Mephisto, something, just kill it. It's coming towards me, I can kill it.
That's about
it's just, yeah, that's the problem. I just don't love that.
We're following Diablo, and he came over here.
And to racism land.
But the issue was, I thought she was going to make a race realism argument.
Okay.
When she said some people are sunbacks and some people are pigeons.
Yeah.
And she did.
What was it?
No, that was just the whole argument.
So the argument was people are different?
People are different, and some people are stronger, and those strong people deserve more.
Okay, well, that's where that comes from. But the issue is when that strength becomes about race.
Right.
But I don't know.
I was just primed for her to say something.
Yeah, I understand you're primed for it, but I mean, she has it.
Right.
I just wonder if you have asked her why she holds the views she holds instead of simply telling her the right view to hold.
Absolutely not.
Why haven't you?
I just assumed that I wouldn't.
Why are they so fucking racist? I'm sorry. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's like a significant amount of racism, and I can't deal.
I guess I just assumed that her response wouldn't be interesting. Oh yeah, my dad told me, or whatever.
And that's better than a YouTuber told me?
No. Like, someone told me is probably not very good.
But I mean, that's most of your reasoning.
Yeah, and that's bad. We've been over this.
No, but my point is, like, because there's an argument behind it. Even if it's just somebody told you, like, that person has to make an argument, right?
Right.
It's very hard to pick things apart if you don't know the argument, the underlying logic. You know, you want to know, you know how you're always like, how do you win arguments against me?
Right.
Every single time? It's because I pick apart your underlying logic rather than, like, if you present a point, I'm like, how did you get there? Let's find out where you did stupid.
You fucked up somewhere to get where you are.
Yeah, let's figure out where you fucked up. Let's look at this fucking tower of logic you have built and find the fault on, like, sub-basement 15. We'll figure out where you went wrong.
I see.
Yes, because whereas you are trying to treat the symptom just by saying things, you're like, yeah, no, actually it's this. Whereas instead, what you want to do is go down to the bottom and be like, so where did you get that idea? Let's talk.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. That's how you win arguments.
Oh,
That's why it takes me 2 days, but I always win. Because I find the flaw in your logic, and then I point to it, and you're like, oh, that's bad. And I'm like, yes, it is bad.
Well, I mean, she hasn't stopped texting me, which is what I expected to happen.
Okay.
So.
See, this is what I mean. If a girl wants you to like, talk to her, she will put up with so much shit. Either that or she's screenshotting all of it and sending it to her friend, which also happens. But you have to accept that these are both possibilities.
Right. And
There's nothing you can do about that.
No. That's something I have to open myself up to as a human being.
Never once have I not screenshotted
the dumb
men.
Shit I say.
Oh god, every day. Every day of my life. Just as a heads up.
Oh no, I know it. Cause you show me the screenshots of the screenshots you sent.
I send you the return. Yeah, I'm like, look, they said something bad. Hold on, I have stamina.
Stamina. Well, drink from the well.
I can't get to the well. I can't run.
The well restores 50% stamina.
Um.
Don't ask me how I know all these things.
I don't.
I'm realizing after the you know so much about platformers conversation, I'm realizing how much I know about them.
Yes, it's okay. We all know a lot about dumb shit. Do you want to know about the Riot Girl movement in the 90s? I can tell you about that.
Oh man, I would love to know something about the Riot Girl movement in the 90s, but you're gonna have to start real basic because I don't even know what a Riot Girl is.
Okay, once upon a time, Kurt Cobain had some friends. That's the real, actual beginning of that. They were cooler than him. That's also an important note.
That's a very important part of this conversation.
Way cooler than him. He specifically said things like, they're cooler than me.
Even he recognized it.
No. He would be on stage like, please go listen to Bikini Kill instead. Please stop speaking to me. Go bother Kathleen instead. Anyway, it's a whole thing and I don't actually want to get into it.
Okay.
But my point is, I also can talk a lot about things that I'm interested in. I understand that you just need more than one interest, so you can tailor it to the person you're speaking to.
I definitely have a limited interest.
Yeah, you have one, and then you get upset when people aren't interested in the one interest you have, and I'm like, I just can't care about that.
Right. Oh, damn it.
Just mechanics do not interest me. So then you get mad at me for not caring about your interests. I'm like, it's just this one.
It's just
that's all you got.
One, and I hate it.
And I can't stand it. So
I'm going back to town for
cool, so is mine, but it's not full of anything except fucking potions. Oh, and a big sword! I can get out of there.
It can reveal the true path to Mephisto.
So anyway, I feel like you're doing okay, but you should just ask her to. Have you asked her questions about herself?
I have. But all she seems to want to talk about is how anxious she is all the time.
Greetings.
Okay.
Which is like something, yes.
We're all anxious these days.
I'm anxious, and what else?
I'm anxious all the time.
Right. Huh.
But
overall,
I guess that's something.
Overall, I have faith in her because she just seems like a nice person.
So are you interested in her because you think you could explain things to her, or because you want to do the do?
I kind of just want to like make a new friend.
Alright, that's also acceptable. Alright, that's fine too.
Like
the only bad answer was because I want to lecture at her.
No. And like, doing the do would be nice, but like, it not required.
Fair.
Like, just
look,
meeting another human being sounds fun.
Yeah, you need that.
I do.
The next time she says something that you don't agree with, instead of being like, no, you should think this, I recommend saying the phrase, are you ready to go through this? Don't say that phrase. That's not the phrase.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready to go through this fucking portal?
go
I
through the
said it,
portal.
and I was like, wait, hold on.
Hold on. Go through the portal.
I'm going through the portal. Anyway, I recommend the phrase, what makes you think that?
Okay.
And that's actually interesting, because one, you're showing, like, some interest in her and what she thinks, instead of just telling her that her thinking is bad and wrong. And also, like, it will be easier to tell her that she's wrong, but, like, nicely.
Right. I am really
You won't be like,
bad.
oh, you're bad because you think this. You'll be like, hey, so I think here's the flaw in your logic.
Right.
Let's discuss.
And, like, ultimately, like, because I have no reason to suspect that she's, like, bad.
Yes, most people aren't.
Right.
Even if we disagree with them, they're probably not
They're not literally...
actively bad.
Yeah. And, like, definitely not, like, you know... Oh, what was it? There was a college student who found a set of large shoes, so she assumed that they must have belonged to a trans woman, and so she drove 3 hours to her home to go to sleep because she wasn't going to go to sleep in her dorm if there was a trans woman there.
Alright,
Which
well...
which she decided based entirely on finding some large shoes.
Did you read this on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Please stop thinking Twitter is news.
it's not news, but just like, I don't know, she seems so proud and upset about it. Like, I had to do this.
Anyway,
But,
look,
yeah,
again, I interact with, like, I've seen terrible people on the internet, but, like, you reference them as though we should all know. I'm like, I'm sorry you're on Twitter, and I just don't.
To good use.
I don't Twitter because I love myself too much.
I mean, I don't go on Twitter.
Ah, the fucking pygmies are after me! God! Oh, they're so uncomfortably racist.
But, yeah, like, I am going into every, like, conversation with the idea that someone at worst, she was lied to. Like, someone straight up just said some shit that wasn't real and she believed it and didn't tell her.
The way you do. Got it.
Yeah,
Roger.
like that happens.
You do that
to me
all the time. Yeah.
So it seems perfectly reasonable. Oh fuck! I tabbed out. Windians, protect me! Nice work, Flaming Pants.
I did nothing. I also got your Windians to protect me.
But yeah, so whenever she says something that's like kind of fucked up, my immediate thought is, okay, someone better align.
I guess that's better than before when you were like, you are an evil human and deserve death or whatever fucking shit.
You're an evil human and cannot be negotiated with. You're...
And sometimes deserve death.
Right.
Let's be real.
Let's not forget.
Let's not forget the time Reynold advocated for genocide.
Hey, I only did that twice. Oops.
It was out of a complete lack of understanding.
Right.
I will give you that.
Well, that's good.
Look, I also advocated death, like, in genocide when I was 13 and was going through my edgelord phase. You're
Right.
just
But my edgelord
really
phase
late.
is real late.
You're just a grown-up, so it's weirder. If you're 13 and you're like, we should murder everyone, people are like, yeah, you're 13.
But
That
now
seems
I
so-
have, like, political power.
Right, now you can vote, so, like, maybe be chill.
But,
I understand that you were going through your edgelord phase a little late. It's okay.
ready
Either
for
that
some-
or you started your edgelord phase really, really early and just went with
and
it.
just never let it go. That actually
Which might be true. Yeah. Look, some people outgrow it, some people fucking don't.
And so,
You'll figure it out.
Now I'm under the impression that some people cannot be negotiated with, but most of them can.
But you should try.
Right. You gotta try first, and then when they say some fucked up shit, or like,
Then you can be like, oh,
or literally say, I don't care what you say, I will never agree with you. And at that point,
look, I've said that to people too.
right.
And so I don't necessarily think that's bad. I think it's how they say that. If they say it in a respectful way, like, look, we come from very different places on this one, and I don't think we'll ever see eye to eye on it. You're like,
And also, there are some things where it's okay with Jonas.
yes.
There are other things where it's really
Where it's not,
okay.
absolutely not. It's absolutely not. Yeah, exactly. And like, look, again, people have just super different lives sometimes. And I'm not saying that that means that they're allowed to think that. It just means it's really hard for them to shake certain things.
Right, and like, I thought the trans people aren't the gender they are. Line was going to make me stop talking to them the next day. Alright, I guess someone will keep this happening.
I mean, you just gotta be cool about that. Have you given her the correct... So I will say one of the things that people have a hard time with is the idea of it. Like, if you don't understand. Like, if you've never had that feeling, it's very difficult to understand. And also, and like, people are always like, well, I would never feel like I was the opposite gender. And you're like, no, but imagine if everybody assumed you were the different one.
Right, like, and that's something that I try to do having that conversation. Like, well, imagine if everyone called you male. Like,
Yeah.
it would probably seem funny for a little while, and then eventually it would start to piss you off.
Just as uncomfortable and weird, and you're just, and sometimes you don't know why it's uncomfortable and weird, and that's almost worse. Because you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Right.
But I think we do a very bad job on all sides. I think, especially like non-trans people, have a really, really hard time explaining what it's like. Like, people want to fucking explain what it's like to be trans, but they aren't. So, it's just, it's like, it's very difficult. Like, you're cis.
Yeah.
Do you have any fucking idea how to explain what it feels like to be trans?
No.
Right, so like,
And
I'm like, it's the blind leading the fucking blind over here.
And thankfully, I didn't try to.
Yeah. Look, my coworker is non-binary.
Oh, get ready for one of
They-
the worst dungeons.
Okay, cool. They came out, like, I knew, because I am also in that area, so like, we talked about it.
I thought you were going to say they had all the symptoms of a non-binary.
Also, they had all the symptoms of a non-binary
see.
person. That also was true. But I wasn't gonna, like, say that.
No, don't say that to them. That'll make them uncomfortable.
That's weird. Though, they did come in once for, like, a visit, like a corporate visit, and and I turned around and I looked at them, and I was like, whoa, you look really straight right now. And they were like, I know, I hate it. It was awful.
Oh, hold on. I gotta go talk to the blacksmith and have my shit repaired, because I haven't had
Okay.
it repaired in like 40 minutes.
Cool, is that why my helmet looks like it's all red?
As I
Yes.
told you before.
Cool.
Ah, while we're in the flare jungle, we should
Good
also
day.
look for the Gid Bin.
They just make things up now.
They do. They're really just making shit up.
Just fucking throw some letters at it.
Put some letters on it.
Anyway, my point is, so another coworker was then trying to explain to yet another coworker, like coworker B was trying to explain to coworker C what being non-binary was like. Because of coworker A, who was not there at the time and has anxiety, like social anxiety, and didn't want to.
Okay.
So it's fair. Like, I specifically was like, yeah, I can talk to people if you want me to.
Right.
But when I do it, it's like, I know this.
Right.
But we were cracking up at
all the wrong shit.
coworker B being like, I also don't fucking understand this. Just be chill, okay? Was essentially what we got.
I don't understand it, but I'm gonna explain it.
It was so funny. I was just like, do you want help? And she's like, no, I think it's good enough. Where I was like, how'd it go? And she's like, she didn't understand it at all. But I also don't understand it at all. It's just cool. That's what we do. That's what we say about Taylor, and that's fine.
Awesome.
And I was like, you know what? Good enough. Like, it hasn't changed anything. As long as everybody's respectful, like, honestly.
Right.
I don't need cis people to understand being trans.
Right.
I just need you to be cool about it.
Right.
But on the other hand, people want to explain it in the worst ways, and you're like, well, that won't make them be respectful about it at all.
Right.
Not the worst way you could have said that series of words. Anything that starts, imagine you were the opposite gender, like bad.
Bad.
You've done bad already.
You can't.
You fucked up. Start again.
Start over. Gold star.
So, you know, usually if I'm trying to explain it, especially, now don't get me wrong, usually I explain genderqueer or non-binary trans people, because that's my fucking wheelhouse.
Right.
It's much more, like, you know, that's a whole different thing.
Oh God, they're making gibbering noises.
Yeah. But, on the other hand, usually what I recommend starting with is just be cool. And also, like, gender is a social construct.
Yeah. I think...
Oh, they're after me!
I think
the racism's after me.
Racism's gonna attack me.
It's gonna get me.
I think the issue is I went logic, facts, and reason.
Oh, you can't do that, dude.
Well, I mean, her argument was against, like, she was like, well, sex is a binary, and I'm like, actually, it's a spectrum. Here's the data that proves my point.
Now, are you going with, like, the biological data of that?
Yes.
Okay, that's not a terrible place to start.
I mean, that's where it ended, because like the whole gender thing was like, it's a social construct, we made it up, blah blah blah. I just dipped into gender performativity theory a little bit.
Don't do that.
I did, and then she was like, yeah, well, there's only two sexes, and I was like, actually.
Chromosomally, that's not true, but I understand.
Here's a SciShow video about why you're wrong with extensive sources in
Oh.
the description.
I think you could just be like, well, actually, that's not necessarily true, and...
Then again, am I wrong? Is it not better than last episode?
I mean, not for me, but that's fine. I hate these fucking racist-ass things, I gotta tell you.
There's a bunch of them. We're in their house.
Oh no, I don't, something happened! Ah, don't let me die, don't let me die! Okay, I'm back.
Let's say, it says you're fine
Can't
on
carry
this.
anymore.
I tried to do I did the thing where I tried to close the map and hit Alt for the stuff again at the same time.
Yes. But yeah. That being said, like, ultimately, I need to understand that when I'm speaking to her, she's coming from a good place.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and but also I do think you need to. I think acknowledging your own shortcomings in this would not be a bad idea. Just be like, well, look, I'm not part of this group of people, so I don't have all the answers. If you need to be like, my weird genderqueer friend will answer your questions. Here she is.
Right.
You can do that. Like, I'll just have this girl message me and I'll be like, let me tell you what it's like. I don't give a fuck.
Also,
have you ever not given a fuck? Try doing that harder. That's what it's like. The end.
Oh god.
Oh jeez. My experience is not universal, but that's fine.
Right. You can express your experience. Like, no, this is how I actually feel.
Yeah, sorry.
But definitely agree. I need to validate her experience.
Yes.
Be like, you're wrong, but I understand how you got here.
I understand where you're coming from. Let's work backwards. That's.
Right.
I mean, I'm meaner to you about it, but I feel like that's actually what I do with you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. You just have absolutely no mercy.
It's been 10 years.
Right.
Also,
all of your
because when
patience is totally gone.
Yeah, it's just been a long time, okay? Yeah. Also, like, you know, remember, you've said shitty things to me in the past, so I'm still bitter.
What?
Yeah. No, I mean, you're much better now, you are, but, like, also, there's always gonna be part of me that's, like, you know, like,
And there's
a
always
little
the chance,
bitchy.
There's always the chance I will say something terrible.
Right, it's happened often.
Wearily
and-
often.
Which, again, I think
Jesus
is
Christ.
coming. What are you doing?
Sorry, I just fucking time traveled for a minute.
I don't know where you are because all your skeletons don't know where you are.
You can't follow the skeletons
Uh-huh.
anymore.
Your skeletons are confused.
Oh shit! It's time for a racist witch doctor.
No!
Oh yeah! His name is Sudoku.
Oh no! Why the racism? Why, Diablo?
And now he's dead. Jesus Christ!
He exploded.
Fucker exploded.
It made a squishing noise.
And then all of his friends exploded too.
All right. Okay. Good.
But now she is expressing how rodent she feels.
How what?
How much like a rodent she feels.
You can't just say how noun she feels. That's not how language works.
I've said that is how she expressed it to me.
Okay, what does she mean by this?
Twitchy and with a propensity to hoard small things.
Okay, is this bad?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Is this an anxiety thing?
I think it's anxiety.
Is it mania? It sounds like mania. As somebody who gets manic, like that's what it sounds like. It's ADHD manic. It's a different kind of manic.
Oh, I see.
Not like bipolar manic. It's.
But say, I have a touch of the mania. It's never been like that.
The mania happens when the brain is not engaged enough.
Oh no.
And sometimes the brain is like, get weird, and you're like, don't do that.
Let's get weird with it. Okay, so we can either. Oh god, she went into the portal.
All right, I can leave again. Oh.
Nope, too late. All right, so now we just need to backtrack our way through this.
Oh, we're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Hold on.
Did you get your brain?
No, I don't have a brain.
Oh no, you gotta go get a brain. You got a Wizard of Oz. Scarecrow.
I got an eye. I need a brain. Military pick.
Oh, I just picked it up. It's an axe.
Oh, there's the brain.
There's the brain.
Okay. Cool. I got the brain now. Maybe. Do I have the brain? I don't have the brain. It's not in my inventory. Hold on.
Fuck.
It decided. I thought it was. What the? Oh, Jesus, this is bullshit. Get in my inventory, you fucking piece of shit!
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
I got the brain.
We need the eye, brain, and the heart, and then we take his flail and put them all together, and then we get a weird flail that's totally useless, and then you can use it to crush the evil orb.
This is such bullshit.
It's such bullshit. But now we can boogie on out of here, and I
I'm
think
glad we came back here so I could get the brain.
right. We gotta find the heart in the sewers under the bazaar. Which we don't want to have to worry about for a while, but we have to find the Gidbin, the blade of the old religion.
This is such a fucking stupid game. Where the fuck are you?
Over here.
There you are. Again, you blend in with the skeletons.
Oh, I forgot. All of my armor looks like a skeleton.
So I'm like, which skeleton is he? He's not this skeleton. He's the skeleton with pants.
Aha! I was about to say, I am the one with the shield. Wait, no, most of them have shields. I'm the one with the helmet. Some of them actually have helmets. I'm the one with the stick. Some of them have maces. Looks kind of like my stick. Fuck! Pants.
Yeah, I have to go with the one with pants. Also, I can't run right now.
Oh no.
Oh no! Shit. There we go. Got it.
But yeah. So we
I
have
do that
to,
at work all the time and have never once explained why I do it. It's great.
So we
It's
have
the
to
ideal
explore
scenario.
the Flare jungle to look for this old dagger.
Jesus, what? What is happening?
Don't worry about it.
No, you just fucking teleported and then disappeared.
My apologies. Lag spike. Ah! Oh fuck! I got
You
hit
okay?
with a trap. Yeah, I got hit with a trap. Right, this way. Where is the Gid bin? That's the question. Oh, here it is!
Oh, we got it. Would you look? What am I doing here?
I don't know. Ah!
Possessed rat man.
Oh, the Gid bin.
This is a powerful weapon.
Okay.
Perhaps Ormus can tell me more
Quest.
about it.
Pick up the Gid.
We only got one, so hopefully I can complete
Shit!
it.
Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Fuck! Shit! Goddamn piece of fucking shit! Goddamn. I'm back.
Okay.
What?
If you go through the portal, it only dropped one Gid bin, so I think only one of us needs to turn it in.
Fucking hope so.
Oh, and then we can talk to the alchemist and get our weird bone potion.
Bone potion.
Bone broth.
Okay, so
From the ashes of Guile, I have
I'm not
mixed
gonna
for you a
say
potion.
that DC's Legends of Tomorrow is a good game, because it's not. Or a good show, because it's not. But there is a bit where one of the characters is talking to a computer and he's like, oh, I gotta learn more about ballet for this fucking mission. I need to bone up on ballet.
You have
Computer,
magic.
bone me. And it's the funniest, but just the delivery is like joyful. He's like, yeah, this is gonna be real funny. And I think of that anytime somebody says bone anything. I'm like, no. Where the fuck am I?
It says
Okay.
you're standing next to the portal.
Okay. It says talk to Asher Shafra.
Yes. So I gave the Gid bin to Ormus, and then he gave me a ring. So you should have a ring in your inventory. Because he didn't.
Or I do not.
Well, that sucks.
But I am supposed to talk to Shashara.
Yes. I think
This
she'll
man
let
has a
us-
thing. Oh, wait, if I talk to him, this magic ring.
Hey!
Now I have a magic ring in my inventory.
Good. I was about to say, I bought the ring that I sold. So if you want another ring, I got one for you. It
Nope.
increases
Good day.
magic drops.
Now that fewer of the Iron Wolves are needed to guard the dock side,
Okay.
some of them have volunteered
This man
to
with
accompany you
this
free of
woman with no
charge.
clothes and a snake,
Yes.
which I thought was an extra arm for a second there.
Same. That happens to me a lot too. So now she will, you can hire her
Cool.
Iron Wolves if you wish.
Quest completed. Sure. Oh,
And now it's time for us to just go into the jungle until we throw up. Are you satisfied with our racist jungle adventure so far?
It's terrible. I hate this. This is awful. Why is it so fucking racist? Okay,
Oh, God.
Not in town.
I got a friend.
Yay! You can give him equipment.
Cool. Deckard
So-
Cain wants to say some shit to me. Mephisto!
Mephisto!
I hate everybody's fucking voice acting. Thanks, Deckard Cain. Hold on, I gotta talk to him again. Just... The brain! Cool. Okay, where are we going? What are we doing?
Going through the portal.
Going through the portal. Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I was messing with my stash.
Oh, what just happened?
Are
I
you
teleported.
alright?
I teleported.
Okay. And so your bro fucking shoot lightning at people.
I also will shoot lightning at people.
That's a lot of lightning.
Double the lightning!
Right. Another kind of racist aspect of this whole area.
Right! There's more!
So, do you remember that Leoric guy that we killed in Diablo 3?
Yes.
He picked up his religion from here. He was a Necromite.
Oh, I do kind of vaguely remember that.
So, like, it could be said that part of the reason for his madness, or like what the game is saying.
Fuck! Fuck, I glitched!
Oh, sorry.
I froze and then I died.
I'll jump the portal for you.
Thank you.
So you're gonna have to go resurrect your mercenary if you want him back.
Goddamn. That bitch has no right dying when I die.
I know, right? It doesn't really make any sense, but you'll die and he just fucking keels over.
Nice.
But yeah, so it seems like the game is saying if Leoric had never learned that hokey religion that those black people taught him, he never would have lost his mind and fucking broken a bunch of shit.
This makes perfect sense to me. That the game would say that.
Right.
Because it's some fucking racist ass shit. I tried to hire him, but also I have no goals.
But so you didn't have any gold because you didn't at all.
Nope. So it's like, why don't I have any? Oh, my glitchiness is getting worse. I can only live so long like this.
Oh,
We need to find a stopping point.
I mean,
We very much need to find a stopping point so I can deal with the situation.
got it. Waypoint? Like
That's fine. It's fine, but just like heads up. If I die, it's because my computer is like, we're done. You haven't restarted me in a week. I'm like, oh, gotta do it. And you keep playing fucking video games. Like, repeatedly. It's so full. It can't. That's... Full disclosure, that is entirely the issue. I know this because the last time this happened, I was just like, oh wait, let me try restart again, and it immediately fixed it. Yeah, so... It just is like, please stop playing Monster Hunter like 6 times, like opening and closing Monster Hunter fucking 20 times, and not turning me off. Which I have to do because it makes me fucking sick. So I can only play a certain amount at a time.
Before
So
sickness claims you.
Right. I feel like I'm getting accustomed to it.
Oh, that's good.
But, you know, still. It's just not great, because it means I have to open and close the game 30 times. Also, I haven't, like, had anything I want to play lately, so I've, like, done that thing where you open and close every fucking game you own.
Nope,
You're like, Look, quarantine really took it out of me.
I can tell.
In terms of games. I went through every game I own. Like, I tried. But life is hard. Life is hard when you're quarantined.
Let's say life is hard.
Yeah. And soon I will be unemployed again. Look, it's better than trying to do this job on my own. I'm already really I'm overextended because, look, you can't run a store with only 3 full-time people.
Oh God, you have 3 full-time employees?
Yes!
Jesus Christ.
That's why I don't want to work there anymore.
I was gonna say, that seems like too few people.
Yeah, we've been running it on a skeleton crew since the quarantine situation. And so we're finally getting better, but like Look, there was a period where we didn't have enough people to take lunch, so we had to close the store for lunch. Like, you have to understand, that was where we were, and then they were like, and we're cutting one of your full-time people. And we were like, no.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
I was like, I'll just leave. I don't need this.
Alright, that's the swampy pit. I don't want to go in there.
Okay.
Hey, we found a waypoint! We found a waypoint! The suffering
Jesus.
can end.
I need the suffering to end because my computer is suffering hard.